it's time for us to have a conversation about Unite to Light Ghana initiative. And Elorm Tamakloe has joined us. He's an alumni of TIS, and he's going to help us to understand what it is that you've been doing. Very exciting conversation. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's good to be here with us, and I'm glad that you're here because there's a lot of conversations that we've been trying to have with young people about initiatives to help fill up the spaces in Ghana where there seems to be gaps.
Right.
So I know that what you're doing, for example, part of your program is to help young people in places like Ashiaman and so on.
Right.
Give them replacement options for their kerosene lights and so on and all that. Tell us, how did this all begin?
So we find the genesis of this in something we call CAS. So something Tema International School does, which supports the IB program. And CAS is basically creativity, action, and service. And this component of the IB program believes in creating a well-rounded individual. So not just an individual who studies or goes to class, but someone who is empathetic, responds to the needs of community, amongst others. So the IB class of 2021, current 11th graders, in partnership with alumni, came up with this idea to give renewable energy to communities that don't have. Because this issue of renewable energy is one of the most important and critical issues we're facing today. When you look at the Sustainable Development Goals, Sustainable SDG number 7, it speaks to clean and affordable energy. And with the rate at which our world is going, it's imperative that we have clean, affordable energy today, or we run the risk of, blowing ourselves up, so to speak. So this initiative was organized by grade 11s and alumni of Tema International School to provide alternative, sustainable light to individuals who don't have. And, you'll think that light is one of these basic necessities that everyone has, is ubiquitous. But you find that many people don't have access to this basic necessity.
Okay. So, Elorm, help me understand something. Right. Now, all of us we've gone through school. What is it that you guys have at TIS that makes you take up a challenge like this? Because I know hundreds of schools in Ghana. Just go and study and pass your exams and leave. What is it about your school and the programs you're going through that makes you challenge yourself with an initiative like this? Let's start from there.
I would say the TIS experience in itself is very unique. So I graduated in 2015, about 4 years ago. Or 5 years ago now. Well, I feel old. And that experience, there is a core belief that we are not islands. So we live in community and we grow as community. And that is something that is really put into us growing up in school. And the need to respond to the things you see around in your community, in your society, is really important. So from a young age, we're encouraged to constantly be observing and be responding to the things that we see. So there are a plethora of projects that students at TIS do, from renewable energy projects to raising money for kids in hospitals, amongst other things. So this is where this vision is birthed from.
Wow. Okay. So now let's look at the different things you've created out of this project. I know you have look lights. You have some power banks as well, solar power banks. Tell us about them.
So we have a few items. So we have the solar-powered banks and we have Lux lights. So the solar-powered banks are power banks that are charged using solar electricity.
Is that what we're looking at?
Exactly, that's what we're looking at right now. And this is fantastic because we have so many days of uninterrupted sunshine in Ghana. And to not leverage this resource to provide access to people is something that is almost counterintuitive. So this is a perfect way and a perfect example of leveraging resources, using what we have naturally to improve the lives of people. So that is one. And the next thing we have is Luke's Light. So Luke's Light is in partnership with, so the United Light Ghana project is in partnership with Luke's Light. And Luke's Light was developed by, yes, that's it, a young man named Luke. Unfortunately, he passed a couple of years ago. He was in America, and his mother decided to take this project up and provide light to people who don't have. So we partnered with him, and we partnered with their organization, and now we provide lights to people who don't have. And it's, for me, when I started this project, or when I hopped on, I didn't know the gravity of the situation, because to think that light is something that people don't have is almost out of the world. You know, but you see young people who are unable to study. You see midwives who are unable to, or health professionals who are unable to do things in the hospital just because they don't have light. So it's really a pressing issue.
Okay, so where are some of the places that your initiative has touched?
So currently, we've touched the Ashiaman area because that is the that's our immediate surrounding around Tema International School. So that's where we piloted the project. However, we're looking and actually accepting suggestions for more places, more underserved communities that we could reach out to. So we'd really love if the public could sort of give us suggestions and share their thoughts with us about where would be best to go.
And give more lights to. Okay, so now we're looking at, you've created these as items to solve problems. What about production in terms of scaling up and producing numbers that, you know, can then make sense in terms of, let's take a trip and go to, let's say, the middle belt of the country. Okay. What's production like?
So currently we import the lights, but it's really interesting you say that, because one of the main tenets of our ideology is to have self-sustainable means of help. So rather than just going to give people lights, we want to help people sort of develop their own light. So in the long term, production, on-site production is something that we'll be looking into to help the individuals and the communities produce their own light, so they are not dependent. Because there's a popular notion about sort of charity that leaves people dependent. And that isn't what we want to do.
I agree.
You know, we want people to become independent, to become self-sustaining, and then indeed we see that we're making a real lasting change. So it's definitely something that we're looking into.
Are there any other items you think you're considering as a group, you know, to add to these two that you have so far?
Currently, our energies are totally focused on the two. We're still like refining the technology and exporting it to different parts of the country. So none that we're looking at, but we're open to suggestions.
Let's talk about local manufacture. At what point do you see yourselves setting up shop in Ghana and, you know, rolling out the production?
It's a fantastic idea, and I think it's closer than we think, because when we rolled out our first fundraiser in December, there was so much support for the project. Overwhelming support. We didn't even think we would have that much support. So the idea to partner with local manufacturers to produce the lights is something that maybe sooner than we think. Who knows? Maybe by the end of 2020. We keep our fingers crossed.
Really?
With public support, with just encouragement, I'm sure we could do that.
Funding.
So currently we rely on the goodwill of the general public, parents, friends, schoolmates to really support this project. So that's where we are right now. And currently we had a fundraiser in December and we raised 27,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
And that is, for me, that was really humbling to see that people believe in this project. People want to support this project. And it strikes me that this project is bigger than just us. It's really focusing on the youth of the nation. It's focusing on the future of this nation, excuse me. So that's how we raise money currently. And
so 27,000, what's your target?
So the target is 100,000.
100,000.
Ambitious, bro.
Well, ambitious, yes, but I also think not impossible.
Not impossible, definitely. Nothing is impossible.
Okay, so talk to Ghanaians and beyond right now. Why should they give to this project?
Right. The thing about it is as I said earlier, light is one of these basic necessities that are needed in life. And you would realize that there are not too many people who have this access. And this mission, the Unite to Light Ghana project, is aimed at taking this basic necessity to so many people who don't have, to improve the lives of people. There are so many young people who are unable to study, who are in constant danger of fire and health hazards just because they don't have light, or they don't have healthier alternatives. So we appeal to the general public. We are reaching out, we are asking for support, for donations, for contributions, even for intellectual resource. How can we refine our technology? Which communities can we go to? What is the best way to take our charity work all around the country? You know, the youth are the future of the nation. Now, growing up, I always heard this. I never believed it. But now that I have a little bit of age on me, I begin to see that indeed the youth are the future of the nation. So please consider joining this worthy cause.
Social media handles, how can people find you?
It's Unite to Light Ghana.
Unite to Light Ghana.
One word.
One word.
Alternatively, you could look at the TIS website, www.tis.edu.gh.
Okay. What the sort of numbers, when we talk about the people who are involved in this project right now, what sort of numbers are we looking at?
So currently, this project is a collaboration between the class of 2021 and alumni. So we have a core team of about, let's say, maybe 10 people. Mm-hmm. But the way CAS project works is that it pulls in different kinds of people. So we have also parents involved, we have school admin involved, and basically anyone that is really interested. Mm. Because it's such a large project, there's space for lots of people to work. Yeah. You know.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Well, let's take a look again at the flyer on the social media handle. So you can see there we have Tema International School. All the social media handles are there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they can also do TIS Ghana as well.
They can. All the information is there.
Yeah. Okay, super.
Yeah.
Okay, and do www.tis.edu.gh.
Right.
Fantastic.
Right.
Fantastic. All right, so, Elorm, what's next for you in terms of fantastic ideas?
Personally?
To push younger people in terms of being more creative, being more action-oriented. Yeah, what's next for you? What do you see?
So something that I constantly think about is that in the next few years, Africa would have the largest youth population in the world. And it's important that, one thing I constantly think about is that it's important that we encourage young people to find their voice and to realize that they have a seat at the table. You know, we see so many young people in different parts of the world doing great and amazing things. Yeah. We're currently looking at the climate change activists doing so much, a 16-year-old girl. And in the past, we would have thought that there isn't space for young people to do these things at the table. But I do think that we're getting to and we've gotten to an age where, by the use of social media, the democratization of information, there is space for young people at the table, and we need to believe in ourselves. And also to the older people, I just want to say that, you know, we are young, we are energetic, and we have great ideas. Yeah. So in the fields of politics, private sector, everywhere we find ourselves, I just want to encourage young people to keep it pushing and to believe in themselves. I was reading a quote a few days ago by one of the former presidents of America, and he said that, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. And it really struck me, you know, because that in itself launches us beyond the entitlement mentality to a place where we say that, you know what, I have skills, I have resources, I have connections. What can I give? And that is where the transformation starts. I
think that's actually very fantastic, because I'm adding myself to the whole thing of, you know, we're young people. We're also at the table. There is room for us at the table, you know, to impact society. I think it's an important mindset change that we need to have. Right. But it's a change that needs to happen soon.
It does.
Because for so long, I think that this country is one of those places where the entitlement mentality is entrenched.
Right.
You know, when you come across young people like yourself or younger, and you notice a certain mentality of entitlement, what would be your approach to start changing the paradigm for them?
I think the main thing that the restlessness or the tension amongst young people is caused by the fact that people aren't listening enough. So there's a lot that young people have to say. There's a lot of ideas that we have to offer, but there's no space for listening. So for me, if I encounter any young person that is in this space, what I offer first is my listening ear.
Okay.
What are you thinking about? Where are you right now? What are your struggles, your challenges? And from there, you realize that people have so many different ideas and so many different initiatives that they are considering. And then we begin to see where do these ideas fall within our context. We know that our national political and social context isn't always the most encouraging, but there's something to be said about it. We can do more. And we've seen other people doing it in different parts of the world, and we definitely can. So just the constant encouragement, the listening and the encouragement is something that changes a lot.
Super. Elorm, thank you very much. Any final words?
I just want to say that it's fantastic being here. And I believe that viewers, listeners would really partner with us to bring light to people. And this is beyond us. This is beyond the personal project. This is affecting the future of the nation.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We've been talking to Elorm Tamakloe, who is an alumnus of TIS and great class of 2015. Super.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed the show. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends. This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.